Do I love you? Do I lust for you? Am I a sinner because I do the two? Can you let me know? Right now, please. Bonita Applebum.
My heart broke when I saw you kept your gaze control. Whacking up so quick and you want me like the other boys do. They stare at me while I crave you.
Are you a high school athlete looking to take your highlight tape to the next level? Are you wanting to continue your career in college? Guys, Huddle is great, but take your tape to the next level and get some real professional work done with the guys at Famed Media. They handle all of our River City sports photography, all of the video, the great visuals that you see for us every week. Go check out the guys, Josh and Trey at Famed Media, guys. They're on Twitter at famed_Inc. They got a new website in the works, guys. They can truly take your highlight tape to the next level and help you get noticed by a big-time program. They've helped guys like Todd Kelly Jr., Vic Wharton. We've got some local guys coming out of the works here in the near future. I don't want to give away too much, but guys, go check out the people at Famed Media. Great guys. They do great work, and they can truly take you to the next level. Become famed and become family.
Basketball fans, ladies, gentlemen, anyone here in the Chattanooga area, if you happen to be at the gym at Chattanooga State or if you're at home listening online, thank you so much for joining us here. It's part 5 of what's becoming one of the most heated rivalries here in the Chattanooga area. Central and Brainerd, two teams that get along but don't necessarily like each other here on the River City Sports Network. I'm Taylor Ellis, joined always by Mr. John Neal sitting to my right. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much once again for joining us here from Chattanooga State. I'm a little bit nervous, John. It's part 5. We've kind of seen both these teams, but this one's really, it's got the feeling of something that may be something a little bit unexpected.
Yeah, Taylor, I totally agree with you. I understand that this is for a seeding game. Are you going to be hosting tomorrow night on Tuesday, or are you going to be traveling? And I understand you want to get to the Murphy Center. You want to make some noise in the Middle Tennessee area and that Memphis area. But to me, this is the biggest game for the next 32 minutes of these young men's lives. I understand Brainerd last year was at this point when they played Tyner, and Tyner got them twice. If you were able to read my preview yesterday, Brainerd, they're so good, 42-13 in 2 seasons under LeVar Brown. But again, they haven't won a district championship in 2 years, and they haven't won the region title because Tyner nipped them both times last year, and Central got them in the district championship. So this is just Central's got, or Brainerd has something to prove, and Central's trying to be the big boy, what they have been expected to be after having such a young team the past 2 seasons. It's just a lot on the line here, Taylor, for these young men to fill it. I mean, we have a packed house. You have every media source in the area. It's going to be a lot of pressure, so might be a little stumbling early, but once they get each other filling out, they know each other, but once it starts filling out, it's going to be a great one.
The gym is starting to fill up here. Once again, we're on the campus of Chattanooga State. The game, because both Chattanooga area schools were able to advance to this stage here, being moved from Loudon High School to the facilities here at Chattanooga State, and we're glad to be here, coming to you live on the River City Sports Network. Thank you so much for joining us here. We're just moments away from opening tip here. We've got some starters that we want to announce here coming your way for both squads. We're going to go first and foremost here for the Brainerd Panthers. Brainerd wearing the red jerseys, blue accents, black shoes for the most part. The starters tonight for the Brainerd Panthers, coached by Coach LeVar Brown in his second year with the team here. Starting number 4, Dewante Tate Ross, a 6'3 junior. Number 5, Marquise Tipton, a 6'4 senior. Number 10, Kentrell Evans, a 5'10 sophomore. Number 12, Vesta Melvin Jr., a 6-foot sophomore. And number 40, Davi Moore, a 6'4 senior, a force for the Brainerd Panthers in the low post, who is trying, or will be trying, ladies and gentlemen, to keep a very good big man in, not necessarily contained, but trying his best to limit his touches tonight, and that is going to be starting for the Central Purple Pounders. That's number 11, Mr. Ryan Montgomery, a force here in the Chattanooga area. Someone, if you haven't been paying attention, you're really missing out, ladies and gentlemen. Most people in the Chattanooga area know by now who Mr. Ryan Montgomery is, but he is accompanied by number 3, Trey Tiller, for the Central Purple Pounders, wearing their all-white uniforms, purple accents, purple shoes. Number 4, Brian Billingsley, getting the start as well for Central, as is number 5, Teron Hayes. And rounding it out for the Purple Pounders, number 20, Jamichael Poole, the sharpshooter for the Purple Pounders. And John Neal, fanfare, everybody's getting into it here. We're moments away. If you can quickly sum it up here, what's going to be a key moving forward for each team to get the W tonight?
Okay, key for Central: play Central basketball, play loose. You're not going to win this game in the first 5 minutes. You're going to win it in the last 5 minutes of this game. Don't get in foul trouble early. You've got to keep Ryan Montgomery and Trey Tiller on the court. The X factor of what you would say, the sensational sophomore, that is, of Kentrell Evans for Brainerd High School. He had 32 against Hickson the other night on Saturday night there in Loudon High School. It goes through him. You have the power 2 and Davie Moore and Marquise Tipton, but Kentrell Evans' play, he hit the ice burner there at Central when it went in part 1. It's going to be a game 2 night here, but again, it's Brainerd, it's Central, it's for the Region 2A championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't leave. You should have had your snacks ready by now. If you got some popcorn, some gummies, something there. Brainerd likes to try some stuff off the tip, and it is tipped now, and it's won by Central. Billingsley up ahead to Tiller, and Tiller very quickly a 2-point play up ahead to Trey Tiller, up and in, and down on the other end it's Tipton running the court for Brainerd, up and blocked by Brian Billingsley, now up ahead to Hayes. Teron Hayes running the court, looking for someone there, and it's knocked out of bounds. Davie Moore with good defense, getting back, and it's 2-0 really quickly here. 7:43 left in the first, and Central out to a quick lead. Off the tip, getting a good ball by Brian Billingsley up ahead to Trey. I'm sorry, I'm lost for words. Trey Tiller getting the first 2, but now it's Central with the ball, moving it to their left. Going to reset now is Teron Hayes, and Hayes flanked by Tiller to his left, and now moving to his right is Poole. Billingsley gets a good screen for Hayes, and now it's to Poole on the right wing. Poole moving to his right, now looking for someone down low, nothing there. Back out to Trey Tiller as he moves to his left, picked up by Marcus Tipton. And Tipton now.
I love that matchup, Marquise Tipton versus Trey Tiller. That's one to watch tonight.
Central moving the ball in, driving, kick out now into Montgomery. Montgomery driving, now to Billingsley, and Billingsley back to Hayes as he moves to his left, penetrating. Now back out to Montgomery, and Montgomery moving to his left, and he slips out of bounds. It's going to be a ball out of bounds in favor of the Brainerd Panthers.
And that's something the other night Coach Rick Rogers really said there from Loudon. They were slipping all the court. That's why they wanted to move here to Chattanooga Central's Ryan Montgomery slips, and the ball turned back over to Brainerd.
Brainerd now coming across midcourt. Number 10, Kentrell Evans, moving the ball around the wing now to Deontay Ross. Back to Evans, and it's stolen. Ryan Montgomery in the open court. Look out. Up and in. Ryan Montgomery, emphatic two-handed dunk, slamming it in the early going. 6:44 left in the first, and Ryan Montgomery's already put his stamp on the evening. A quick 2 points. Ryan Montgomery out, getting the steal in the bucket, and now Brainerd on the other end looking for a pass to the low post, kicked out, and now it's Evans for a 3, up and no good. And Jamichael Poole now on the other end. Rebound for Central coming across midcourt. Picked up. Double teamed right across midcourt. Does find Billingsley. And Billingsley, good defense by Davie Moore. And Billingsley does eventually keep it. Now to Poole on the right wing. Poole now moving to his right.
Got a mismatch in the post there. Vesta Melvin playing Trey Tiller.
Tiller now back on the right wing, working against Melvin Jr. Now kick out Hayes. Hayes, long 3. Shot is up off the back rim. No good. Rebound, Deontay Ross.
That's definitely a shot that Central does not want. You don't want a long 3.
Evans pushing the pace. Shot is up. No good. Off the iron. Rebound, though, Tate Ross. His second chance is up and no good. High off the glass. Rebound, Billingsley of Central. That was number 12, Vesta Melvin Jr. with the shot for Brainerd that went awry, and Central now coming across midcourt. 5:42 left in the first, leading by a score of 4-0 as Trey Tiller moving to his left, driving. Kick in Brian Billingsley, but there's traffic in the low post. Billingsley's shot is up and knocked off. It looks like he's going to the line now, shooting 2. No, they're going to be a foul on the floor, it looks like. It will be Central inbounding with 5:35 left in the first. Inbound to Tiller. Tiller 3, shot is blocked. Tate Ross with the block on Trey Tiller, and now it's Kentrell Evans running the length of the court. Shot is up and draws the foul, does Evans. Kentrell Evans getting all up in Jamichael Poole, drawing the foul in the low post, and Kentrell Evans will go to the line with 5:27 left in the first. Brainerd with an opportunity to score their first points of the evening.
Jamichael Poole's first foul is also Central's first team foul of the night. That 2 minutes, you don't really see that in this kind of game, that going without a foul.
Evans knocks down his first. It's now 4-1 as people still entering the gymnasium here at Chattanooga State. Evans can't convert on his second. Rebound Ryan Montgomery, and Montgomery now as Brainerd in that full court pressure we saw the other night against Sequatchie. Devontae Ross tipped and dives on the court, getting a loose ball. Tate Ross with the ball now, looking for a teammate, and it looks like we're going to have a foul. No, it's going to be a timeout in favor of Brainerd. It looks like Devontae Ross had the ball, got a timeout with 5:14 left in the first. Brainerd now trailing by 3, 4-1, and Central really getting out, running the length of the court early. Both teams trying to make it a track meet in the early going, and it's proving to be Central's ball game early in the first quarter.
Yeah, something to note there with Devontae Ross creating a turnover. Something that I mentioned yesterday in my preview, Taylor, was how is Central going to attack this press? They're not a good press breaking team. They got to attack the middle of the court, get it up the court, and then dish out to some of these shooters. They're not a very good press breaking team. So that's what Coach LeVar Brown wants to keep up. They want to keep that pressure and make Central take it out of bounds and try to force the ball up the court because they're just not good pushing the ball up.
Both teams now coming out of their timeouts. It will stay with Brainerd as Vesta Melvin Jr. inbounding right next to Coach Rick Rogers of Central in front of the Purple Pounder bench. And now it's Davi Moore on the left wing. Kick out now to Melvin Jr. and Melvin Jr. to Kentrell Evans. Evans on the far wing. Now back out to Melvin Jr. to Davi Moore. Davi Euro step up and no good. Off the mark, and it's fought over as the rebound. It eventually goes to Ryan Montgomery. And now it's Teron Hayes, picked up full court by Devontae Ross, and Hayes coming across midcourt now. Gets a screen by Billingsley, moving to his right, nothing there. Going to switch fields now, moving to his left is Hayes. Hayes now picks up his dribble back to Tiller. Tiller far out beyond the left wing. Tiller pulls up, shot is up, and good. Trey Tiller shot it from where they parked the bus earlier today when the Central Purple Pounders got here. Grown man range for Trey Tiller. It's now 7-1 in favor of the Purple Pounders. Brainerd moving the ball around, looking for an answer. Evans with it on the far wing, moving to his right. Now back across midcourt to Melvin Jr. Jr. now moving to his right. Back to Tipton. Tipton, pull-up jumper shot is up. No good, off the rim. Tipton usually nails it from that spot, but not this time. Off the front rim and no good. It's now Ryan Montgomery thought about the three. Kick to Brian Billingsley, and Billingsley thought about the shot. Shot is up and no good. 3:58 in the first quarter, 7-1 still in favor of Central. And now, Kentrell Evans tells Teron Hayes to sit down, but he can't convert on the shot. If you knock somebody down with your crossover, you've got to nail the jumper, and he couldn't on that one. It's going to be Central's ball now as Trey Tiller moving across midcourt to Ryan Montgomery. Montgomery to his left, now back to Hayes. Hayes up and under, reverse layup is good. It's 9-1 in favor of Central as the gym comes alive. It's a lot of purple here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, as Brainerd moving the ball into the hands of Tipton. He can't keep the handles, and it's going to go out of bounds.
We're going to see our first substitution in the game. I'm going to go ahead and give it out. Our Sixth Man of the Year award goes to Jesse Walker. He's coming into the game tonight. He's going to have to give him a spark to get back in this one.
Jesse Walker checking into the game, and we're going to have Rodney Benford checking in for Central to kind of counteract Mr. Jesse Walker, the Sixth Man of the Year, our River City Sports Award recipient. Checking into the game now as Central into the hands of Hayes, and Hayes is trapped, and it's a jump ball. Vesta Melvin Jr. thought he had the steal, but we're going to have a jump ball here.
I've been saying this all year long. I wanted to see Brainerd do a three-quarters trap, and they started tonight, and that's how they're going to get back into this one. Taylor, you're going to have to use that length and make some turnovers.
It'll be Brainerd now inbounding. 3:22 is the inbound. Tipton to Evans and back to Tipton. Now it's back to Kentrell Evans at the top of the key. Evans moving to his left now into the Central defense, draws the foul against Rodney Benford. And much to the dismay of the Central faithful, Benford thought he got away with one, but Kentrell Evans will go to the line. 3:11 left in the first as we've got people from all over Chattanooga coming in. We've got Macaulay basketball players. Adrian Thomas, Junior Clay just walked across from our press table here. I know I've seen some Tyner players tonight. If you haven't gotten a chance to get out, there's still time. There's still standing room here in the gym. most of the seats are starting to fill up fast, but as Evans knocks down his first free throw, it's 9-2. Central out to a quick start, leading now as Evans can't convert his second. Still 9-2, and the ball will go out of bounds off of Central. A kind of a scuffle for the rebound after the missed free throw, and now it will be Kentrell Evans inbounding for Brainerd. Evans looking for someone, finds Tipton in the left corner. Tipton now moving to his right. Back to Evans. Evans at the top of the key to the left to Tipton. Tipton picks up his dribble, drives, cuts through 4 Central defenders and can't get it to fall as Tiller with the rebound. Up ahead for Hayes. Look for the fast break, but Hayes couldn't catch up to the Trey Tiller pass. Tiller throwing it away with 2:55 left in the first here as Brainerd will inbound, trailing by 7. Coming across midcourt now is Kentrell Evans to Melvin Jr. and back to Evans on the left wing, down to Davi Moore in the left corner. Now back to Evans. Evans to his right to Melvin Jr. Now Jr. moving to his right. Picks up his dribble in the low post. Shot is up, no good. Draws the foul, though. Does Vesta Melvin Jr. He'll shoot 2.
That should have been an offensive foul, Taylor, right there. I can't agree with the ref on that one. That was just a bad angle maybe he had, but Vesta Melvin totally led with his shoulder, but he got away with that one.
Vesta Melvin Jr. running into Jamichael Poole, Trey Tiller, and he'll shoot his first. It's up and no good. Off the mark from Melvin Jr. Vesta Melvin Jr., a 6-foot sophomore, getting some playing time. The start for the Brainerd Panthers. He'll settle in now, shooting his second. It's up and finds Nylon. It's now 9-3. And Brainerd slowly getting back into it, still trailing by 6 as they're in a full court press now. Central no trouble breaking that as Teron Hayes down the full length of the court, up and in, off the front rim, no good, but the rebound does go to Central. Trey Tiller with the rebound, now moving into the low post. Shot is up. Trey Tiller slicing and dicing his way around Jesse Walker and gets the 2. It's now 11-3 with 2:15 left in the first. And Vesta Melvin Jr. with a shot, looking for the answer, no good, behind the arc for Brainerd. Offensive rebound, Tipton, and there's a foul on the play as Tipton gets to the bucket. It will be a shooting foul against Central. Looks like Jamichael Poole with yet another foul. That's 3 already for Poole, if I'm not mistaken. And now Tipton going to the line, getting settled with 2:11 left in the first. First shot is up, no good, off the back rim. Now Tipton getting settled. Second shot underway. Central fans trying their best to distract him as Tipton's second shot is up and in. And now for Poole, Emmanuel Lane checking in for Central. Lane is my X factor for the night on the Purple Pounder squad. If he can perform at a high level coming off the bench, giving them some valuable minutes, he is going to be the guy in the late stretch that you want to have the basketball. But just like that, Emmanuel Lane with a turnover. Down on the other end, it's Davi Moore cleaning up Jesse Walker's attempt and gets an up and in, an easy basket for Davi Moore. It's now 6-11 here. Central still leading as they beat Brainerd's full court press, and an alley-oop. Trey Tiller finds Ryan Montgomery over Marquise Tipton, and Ryan Montgomery already with 2 dunks as Tipton trying to make the most of Central getting back on defense, runs the full length of the court into Montgomery and draws the foul with 1:37 left in the first. And Tipton does draw the foul against Montgomery, going to the line now, shooting 2, but Trey Tiller, the alley-oop over Tipton to Ryan Montgomery, was probably the best dunk I've seen Montgomery have all year. And what a time to have it, ladies and gentlemen, as Tipton, first shot is up, no good. Brainerd, early struggles from the charity stripe, having trouble converting some free point opportunities here.
They're 4 for 8, Taylor, to the 50%.
50% is okay, but they're going to have to do better if they want to stay in it. Still early here, 13-6 in favor of Central as Tipton now getting settled. Shot is up and rattles home. It's kind of been the story on the night. They miss the front end, convert on the back end.
All of Brainerd's points have come from the charity stripe.
And now up ahead, Central beating the press once again. Emmanuel Lane with the ball now, moving to his left to Hayes. Hayes backing off, drawing a screen by Lane, and now to his right, back to Benford. Benford to Hayes and back to Tiller, swinging the ball to the left. Now Tiller driving, looking for Ryan Montgomery behind him, and there's a foul. Looks like it's going to be against Brainerd. Foul on Marquise Tipton with a push, it looks like, as Central inbounding. And inbound to Emmanuel Lane. Lane now in the low post. Shot is up and no good. And rebound Davi Moore. But Lane with the hands knocks the ball out. Up and retrieved by Davi Moore. Takes an awkward fall, getting the ball back. And now it's Tipton on the other end. Shot is up and no good. They're going to say he walked. Davi Moore took kind of an awkward spill. He looks like he's going to be all right. But Tipton trying his best to keep Brainerd in this is now Tate Ross coming in for Tipton.
And that's something Brainerd has the advantage. They have the advantage to rotate kids in. They have a deeper bench. He's going to likely play his whole bench tonight, and that's just Central cannot match up with because they've only played 6 so far.
Now Teron Hayes coming across midcourt. Under a minute left in the first. Central still leading 13-7. Hayes, good defense by Tate Ross as it's back to Ryan Montgomery. Montgomery back to the right post. Up and in for Trey Tiller. Montgomery from the right wing, finds Tiller cutting across the paint. And Tiller up with the right hand gets an easy layup. It's 15-7. But on the other end, Davi Moore with the answer. An easy 2 for the Brainerd big man. Davi Moore now makes it 15-9 as Central coming across midcourt. And it's Teron Hayes drawing a foul against Vesta Melvin Jr. Melvin Jr. thought he had Hayes trapped here in front of our scorer's table, but it is going to be a foul against Brainerd. 20 seconds left in the first. Central leading 15-9.
Malik Beavers checks in for Brainerd in the Part 3 matchup. Malik Beavers went for 20-plus, something that, the Brainerd Panthers weren't really expecting. Taylor, we'll see how he plays tonight.
Inbound now for Central. Rick Rogers giving Emmanuel Lane the final instructions with 15 seconds now as Lane to Hayes. Hayes up at the right wing, picked up by Tate Ross. Back to Benford. Benford now to Hayes. 5 seconds for as Hayes at the top of the key. He's probably going to pull up. Jumper shot is up and no good. Hayes off the mark. At the end of the first, it's going to be 15-9 in favor of Central. A quick start for the Purple Pounders. A two-pointer off the tip-off almost has got Central with a pretty comfortable lead now. 6 points here going into the second quarter. It's 15-9 in favor of the Purple Pounders here from Chattanooga State on the River City Sports Network. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. If you're joining us, John Neal, Taylor Ellis here with you for River City Sports on the River City Sports Network. We're happy to be here with you. We've got Part 5 action of Brainerd and Central basketball for what is bragging rights, if you will, the Region 3 2A championship and higher seeding moving into sub-state play here as the basketball season, the 2014 basketball season into 15, kind of comes to a wrap here, John Neal.
Yeah, Taylor, I'm going to give you your rundown for your first quarter here. Central won quarter number 1, very key for them. However, the dangerous, destructive machine, which is Brainerd, they struggled in the first quarter. They struggled in the first quarter for their first 2 region games. They finally got it going in the second and third. So Central needs to come out firing again. Something to watch. Michael Poole's got 3 fouls sitting on the bench. He's likely done in the half, and Emmanuel Lane needs to step up. Right now, Brian Billingsley has checked in back for Emmanuel Lane, so it's going to be Rodney Benford who needs to step up here in the second quarter.
Benford now inbounding in front of us here as he inbounds to Tiller. Tiller with the ball now. Second quarter underway as Tiller moving to his left, kick out Montgomery in the left corner. Montgomery now moving to his right, back to Benford, and Benford to Hayes at the right wing. Gets a screen by Billingsley, and Billingsley kind of backs off. Now it's Hayes moving to his right, has teammates, finds Rodney Benford. Benford with a flick of the wrist, shot is up, no good. The rebound, though, Brian Billingsley, his shot is up, no good. And rebound goes to Tipton, Marquise Tipton. Now it's Kentrell Evans coming across midcourt for Brainerd. To the left wing is Kentrell Evans, now to Malik Beavers, and now Beavers to Evans. Evans moving to his left, picks up his dribble to Tate Ross. Ross looking for Evans, intercepted by Teron Hayes. Hayes using his speed down the full length of the court, up and no good. Rebound Davi Moore, and Brainerd now has numbers. Moore to Tate Ross. Can't keep the handle as Ross as he goes up, and no good for Brainerd. It's going to be a rebound in favor of the Purple Pounders. And now Trey Tiller coming across midcourt to the right wing, picked up Davi Moore. Tiller pulls up, shot is up, no good. Rebound Marquise Tipton, and Tipton is going to catch some flack from Brian Billingsley on the rebound. It will be a foul on Billingsley as he falls to the hardwood here with 6:48 left in the second. Brainerd inbounding as we have Emmanuel Lane now checking back in for Central.
One more team foul for Central, and Brainerd's in the bonus with 6:48 left here in the second. Something to watch, Taylor.
And we're going to have a timeout here by the Purple Pounders. It is still Central leading the game 15-9 here with 6:48 left in the second. From Chattanooga State here on the River City Sports Network. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us here out in Radio Land. If you happen to be listening to us, be sure to check out all of our content on both the website rivercsports.com, our social media links. Be sure to check out, we've got some all-area awards coming out. We kind of let it slip here tonight about some of the award recipients here. Mr. Jesse Walker, Brainerd, our 6th Man of the Year, going to get that award very shortly here. But we've got all-area team coverage. We've got individual awards that we'll be releasing here shortly. We've already released some of them if you are following us on our social media, our Facebook, our Twitter pages. But great game shaping up here in the early second quarter, 15-9, as now Brainerd inbounding, coming across midcourt, trying to get back into this one. And now it's Kentrell Evans moving to his left to Tipton. Tipton from the left corner, shot is up, no good. Rebound.
Tip's been off tonight.
Trey Tiller with the rebound. Tiller up and in and one. Trey Tiller running the full length of the court. Gets the rebound, the and one, and now goes to the line for a three-point play the hard way. It's 17-9 now with 6:32 left in the second.
Okay, Coach.
And now Trey Tiller going to the line. Getting settled. Tiller's shot is up and no good. Rattles out. Rebound Davi Moore. And Moore to Kentrell Evans. Evans now coming across midcourt. Just under 6.5 minutes left in the second. Now to Malik Beavers. And Beavers picks up his dribble to Tipton in the right corner. Now back to Beavers and back to Kentrell Evans on the left wing. Evans for a three. Shot is up. No good. And we have a foul. It looks like under the basket away from the ball on Brainerd. Ryan Montgomery taking the spill. Foul on Davi Moore. And, John, we talked to Coach LeVar Brown of Brainerd a few games ago after their win at home against Sequatchie, and he said for them to have a long run, number 40 has to stay on the court. And, you know, that's going to be an issue with Davi, a player that likes to play tough, player that usually is a very competitive player, really likes to play tough in the offensive and defensive glass, and he fouls a lot, as Coach Brown said, and it's going to be tough. A key to the game here for myself, for Brainerd, is to keep Davi in the game. Now it's Central moving the ball. Benford's shot is up, no good, but rebound. Ryan Montgomery cleaning up the glass as he gets a putback. It's now 19-9 in favor of Central. And now on the other end of the court, Kentrell Evans to Jesse Walker. Walker can't keep the handle as it goes out of bounds. And now it's Emmanuel Lane coming across midcourt. Lane to Tiller. Tiller on the left wing, now moving to his right, finds Ryan Montgomery. Montgomery down the left baseline. Kick out now Lane. Lane wide open. Shot is up, good. Emmanuel Lane nails a wide open three. It's now 22-9 as Central extending their lead with 5.5 minutes left in the second. Kentrell Evans now kick out to Tipton. Tipton shot is up, no good. Tipton can't convert, and it's going to be Central with the ball. Emmanuel Lane looking for Trey Tiller, but now it's Lane back to Tiller. Tiller to Benford, and Benford to Tiller, and Central can't keep the handle. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Will go to Brainerd here with 5:12 left in the second.
Tiller was trying to kick it back out to Rodney Benford for a shot. The only thing is Rodney Benford doesn't like to get off the ground whenever he shoots, something you can't do against Brainerd. Their athleticism and length is just too much. You're going to have to get off the floor tonight.
Brainerd now with the ball with just over 5 minutes left in the second. Evans to Beavers. Beavers almost takes a spill getting the ball as he moves to his right. Now to Tipton. Tipton coming back to his left. Now resetting. Kick to Beavers. Beavers looking for someone. No one there as he takes a dribble now to his left. Back to Tipton on the left wing. Tipton now moving to the left. Shot fake by Kentrell Evans. Evans pushed out of bounds and just gets a shot, but not a good-looking shot opportunity. Not something Coach Brown wants to see. But it's going to be Central with the ball nonetheless. Now it's Tiller. Kick out Ryan Montgomery. Shot is up. No good. Ryan Montgomery can't convert from behind the arc, and it looks like Trey Tiller may have taken a stinger on that last one there. And Brainerd is going to take a timeout now with 4:30 left in the second. Trey Tiller looking for a substitution, as it looks like he may have taken a shot to the midsection, the rib area, on that last possession there. Nonetheless, it is still Central's lead, 22-9, and Brainerd really needs to take a second and evaluate their play so far so they can get back into this one.
See, Taylor, I think they're not out of it. Yes, shots aren't falling. They're going up trying to create fouls. They're just not clicking right now. I'm not saying they're out of it because a 13-point lead, that ain't nothing. I've seen Marquise Tipton. He gets hot. Himself alone come back and try to tie the game right before half against Hamilton Heights. Game's not far from over.
13 points does separate, separates these two teams here with 4:30 left in the second. And Brainerd not out of it yet, but are behind here. The largest lead for the Purple Pounders in this one so far, with about half of the second quarter already in the books. Now it's Brainerd moving the ball. It's Malik Beavers now to Tipton, and Tipton moving the ball to Jesse Walker, and it looks like there's a foul away from the ball. Looks like it's on Brian Billingsley of Central. It is. It's going to be Billingsley with a push.
Foul on number 4.
And we'll have
Brian Billingsley.
Marquise Tipton going to the line, it looks like, shooting a 1-and-1. No, it's going to be Dewante Ross. Tay Ross with just over 4 minutes going to the line, shooting a 1-and-1. His team trailing 22-9. Ross getting settled now. Shot is up and in. Dewante Ross nailing the front end. He'll get a second shot here with 4:03 left, cutting the lead now down to 12 in favor of Central. As Tay Ross getting settled, second shot is up, rattles home for the Brainerd big man, Dewante Ross. Now on the other end, it's going to be Central. Teron Hayes. Pass to Benford and back to Hayes at the top of the key. Now Benford in the right wing. Now back to Hayes at the top of the key, looking for Benford yet again. Benford and Hayes playing a little 1-2, and now it's Emmanuel Lane getting his fair share of action as he moves from the left wing to his right and draws a foul on Malik Beavers. It will be Central now. Trey Tiller inbounding. 3:44 left in the first half of play. Brainerd trailing by 11. And Hayes just on this side of midcourt directing traffic for his teammates. Moving things now to his left. Now back out to his right. Brainerd in what looks like an extended 2-3 zone. Central, though, having no trouble moving the ball to the low post. Emmanuel Lane flashing to the paint. Now it's back out to Hayes. Hayes now to Trey Tiller on the right wing, and Tiller now moving to his left, back out to Hayes. Hayes now, kick to Lane. Lane picks up his dribble, finds Ryan Montgomery at the free throw line. Shot is up, no good. Rebound, Tay Ross. And Ross quick to Kentrell Evans, but good defense. Trey Tiller with the steal, and now on the other end, Trey Tiller, two-handed emphatic dunk by Trey Tiller. A quick 2 points on the other end for Tiller. It's now 24-11. And Central's fans very much into this one now, as on the other end, Malik Beavers looking for Tay Ross. Passes tipped, but Ross gets it to Tipton in the left corner, and Tipton nails it. He's got ice water running through his veins as Tipton converts from behind the arc. It's now 24-14.
Brainerd needed that shot. Marquise Tipton needed that shot, getting a little confidence here late in the second quarter.
Now on the other end, Emmanuel Lane moving to Hayes. Hayes to Tiller. Tiller a little ways off the three-point line on the right wing. Back out to Hayes at the top of the key, and now Tiller with the ball moving to his left, finds Lane. Lane gets a screen from Ryan Montgomery now to the left corner to Hayes. Now back out to Lane on the left wing. Into Rodney Benford, now to Tiller. Tiller moving to his right. Now back to Emmanuel Lane in the paint. Shot is up. Rodney Benford from the left wing. Short. Rodney Benford couldn't draw iron as it's short. It will go out of bounds in favor of Brainerd. Rodney Benford, no other way to put it, airballed it, ladies and gentlemen. It'll go out of bounds, and it will be Panthers ball with 1:58 left in the second. Now on the other end, Brainerd. 1:53, 52 left as Jesse Walker's shot is up, no good from the right wing. Rebound, Trey Tiller. And Tiller now coming across midcourt, looking for Lane. Lane back to Teron Hayes, and Hayes now back to Emmanuel Lane at the right wing. Lane looking for someone, finds Tiller to his right. Now back out to Lane as he moves to his left to the top of the key, picks up his dribble, pass to the left to Teron Hayes. Emmanuel Lane now, and Hayes playing a little 1-2 as Hayes has picked up good pressure by Malik Beavers. Now back out to Lane as just over minute 15, left in the second, as Central playing a little bit of a keep away, as Emmanuel Lane now looking back to Coach Rick Rogers, looking for the call as Lane now drives. Kick out to his left to Teron Hayes, and Hayes back to Lane. Lane now driving. Kick down low looking for Rodney Benford. It's not there as it's knocked away by Brainerd, and now it's Tipton on the other end. Tipton looking for Kentrell Evans, and Evans can't keep the handle. Pass was a little bit behind him. It'll go off Evans' hands and out of bounds for Central's ball here with just under a minute left, 55.8 seconds to be exact left in the second period of play. It's a 10-point lead in favor of the Central Purple Pounders. And now Emmanuel Lane back to Teron Hayes at the top of the key. Hayes now directing traffic, content to let as much time off the clock go as he possibly can. People still coming into the gymnasium here at Chattanooga State. 24-14 is now Hayes picked up by Malik Beavers. Back to Benford. Now back to Hayes at the top of the key. 24 seconds as the ball finds Emmanuel Lane. Now back to Hayes. Hayes now at the top of the key to the right to Benford. Benford finds Emmanuel Lane. And Lane now back out. 12 seconds left as Hayes at the top of the key. Back to Emmanuel Lane on the left wing. Emmanuel Lane looking for someone. No one there as Hayes now kick to the left to Trey Tiller. And Tiller picks up his dribble. And good defense. Tay Ross as the ball is knocked out of bounds by Dewante Ross. And he had a little something to say to Trey Tiller. Good defense. Tay Ross knocks the ball out of bounds. And then we will go to halftime here with a 10-point lead for the Central Purple Pounders. A score of 24-14 in favor of the home team here on the River City Sports Network. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with more action coming your way from Chattanooga State here live on the River City Sports Network.
Are you a high school athlete looking to take your highlight tape to the next level? Are you wanting to continue your career in college? Guys, Huddle is great, but take your tape to the next level and get some real professional work done with the guys at Famed Media. They handle all of our River City sports photography, all of the video, the great visuals that you see for us every week. Go check out the guys, Josh and Trey at Famed Media, guys. They're on Twitter at famed_Inc. They got a new website in the works, guys. They can truly take your highlight tape to the next level and help you get noticed by a big-time program. They've helped guys like Todd Kelly Jr., Vic Wharton. We've got some local guys coming out of the works here in the near future. I don't want to give away too much, but guys, go check out the people at Famed Media. Great guys. They do great work, and they can truly take you to the next level. Become famed and become family. What's going on, guys? It's Taylor with River City Sports, and I just want to take a second to tell you all about a huge supporter that we've had this past year in Jefferson's Restaurant in downtown Chattanooga, guys. Conveniently located across from the courthouse on Georgia Avenue. Just look for the red and white awnings, guys. Jefferson's really is that place to go when that empty feeling starts to creep up in your stomach. They've got great selections from their appetizers to their fresh, never frozen hamburgers, their double-dipped wings and too many sauces to name, and a whole bunch of other great stuff, guys. But they're definitely that place to go check out maybe after practice, maybe when you're with the family one night and don't really have a place to go, or you're just kind of downtown looking for something to eat. But Jefferson's Restaurant, huge supporters of River City Sports, huge supporters of high school sports in the Chattanooga area. Definitely a place to check out and grab some food. Tell them Taylor sent you.
It's the second half here from Chattanooga State, and we've got a good one on our hands, ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the campus of Chattanooga State here on the River City Sports Network. I'm Taylor Ellis. With me is John Nealon. Guys, thank you so much. It feels so good to be back. I've kind of had a little bit of a hiatus from being out here as far as broadcasting the games, and it feels great, ladies and gentlemen, to be back for a quality game here. A good one, a very close one, 24-14, 10 points separating these two teams, and that's not a lot by any means, any stretch of the imagination for these two teams. And John Neal, we're going to throw it to you here. You've got some stats from the first half here, John. Who really stood out to you from both squads?
Again, Brainerd getting the line many times, but only capitalizing on a few. But again, their leading scorer is Marquise Tipton. He hit a big three at the end of the half, leads with 5. For Central, Trey Tiller has 13. He's been everything and more for the Pounders tonight, and he's going to need another half like that for them to take this one. And Ryan Montgomery has 6. Something they need to start feeding him the ball. Another big stat is Jamichael Poole has 3 fouls. Something to watch.
And second half underway. Has the ball now in the hands of the Brainerd Panthers, and quick dish down low. Marquise Tipton up and in. 2 points, and something to note at the half, Coach LeVar Brown went into the locker room, took the suit off. He's now in a pair of dress pants and a polo. Must have got worked up in the first half, did Coach Brown here, and now his team responding. It's 24-16, getting the first points of the second half. But now on the other end, Central trying their best to keep Brainerd away from it, but it's going to be stolen. Tate Ross with the steal up ahead now. Kentrell Evans thought he traveled, now looking for Ross. Brainerd just trying too much, it looks like, here in the early going. An extra pass goes off Tate Ross's hands and out of bounds. But good looks, good defense by Brainerd. They just can't get anything to fall. Still 24-16 with right at 7 minutes left in the third, and now Central. Trey Tiller moving to his right. Picked up by Malik Beavers, and Tiller back to his left to Teron Hayes, and now Hayes moving to his right. Picked up once again by Beavers, back to the left to Poole. Poole now moving to his left, double team, trapped in the corner, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds. Looks like it went off the hands of either Davi Moore or Malik Beavers. It will be Central's ball.
Something of note, Vesta Melvin Jr. started the game, but in the second half for his spot, Malik Beavers got the second half start. Something to watch.
Malik Beavers getting the nod as Ryan Montgomery penetrating through the Brainerd defense, up and no good. And now on the other end, Marquise Tipton up and in is tipped, and he draws the foul and one with 6:39 left in the third. It's 24-18 in favor of Central. Davi Moore running the full length of the court, finding his teammate for an easy basket, drawing the foul.
And something to watch. He started out kind of hot there late in the second half. He started with 4 now, going for 5 in the first 2 minutes. You can't get Marquise Tipton hot if you're Central.
Tipton now getting settled. Shot is up and no good. Rattles in and out. It will be rebounded by Central. Jamichael Poole with the rebound. Now it's Hayes coming across midcourt to Trey Tiller on the left wing, and Tiller now looking for someone. Finds Jamichael Poole, but in and out of the hands of Poole underneath the basket. It's going to be picked up by Tate Ross, and Brainerd up ahead now. Tipton, pull-up jumper over Ryan Montgomery's up and no good. Rebound Brian Billingsley. And Billingsley's looking for someone, finds Hayes as Hayes comes to Billingsley under the basket. And Hayes now with the motor, looking for someone, finds Poole, and Poole took an extra step.
Something I wrote yesterday, Jamichael Poole has to be more consistent in this game. He's got 3 fouls, a turnover right there. He's got to pay attention and get his head back in this one.
And Brainerd, just like that, quick inbounds, trying to catch Central sleeping as they come across midcourt. And now it's going to be Malik Beavers and Brian Billingsley kind of getting into it. The official's going to talk to both of them, and they have to separate them. And we have a technical foul, it looks like. A double technical possibly. I know Malik Beavers has been called for the tech. Looks like Brian Billingsley possibly as well. Jump ball, tough defense by Billingsley as him and Beavers got tied up near the basket, and the officials are not going to have any jawing, anything like that here on game night here from Chattanooga State. Third period of play, 5:59, just shy of 6 minutes, and we have some technical fouls to address here as Ryan Montgomery putting his arm over Brian Billingsley, trying to cool his teammate down as Central now in their own little huddle right at midcourt. Coach Brown pleading with the officials, saying that Billingsley tried to hit Malik Beavers, it looks like.
this is a very chippy rivalry. It's going to start coming out here in the second half. A lot in the line. I know Coach Brown's pleading his case, but Malik Beavers is the instigator. You're going to get both of them. These refs don't like that kind of stuff, and they're going to tech you every time.
It is a double technical foul on Brian Billingsley of Central and Malik Beavers of Brainerd. The officials now talking to Beavers. Other officials kind of convening with the entire Central squad, and it will be now Brainerd inbounding. Looks like we're going to have a substitute. It's Rodney Benford checking in for Brian Billingsley, it looks like, and there's a little confusion on the part of the officials. Coach Rick Rogers for Central talking to the officials. Looks like they're discussing jump ball possibilities. And the possession arrow, it looks like, is going to stay with Brainerd. So Brainerd will be inbounding. Rodney Benford now checking in for Brian Billingsley as he takes a break. And it looks like, the ball will go to Central. It's now Rodney Benford now with the ball coming across midcourt for the Purple Pounders. His team up 24-18, kind of a low-scoring affair as far as these type of games are concerned, but a good one nonetheless, 24-18 with 5:45 left in the third. Benford now to Hayes to Trey Tiller. Tiller now does find Poole on the left post. Shot is up, no good. Poole gets his own rebound and goes up with the second chance and draws the foul. Jamichael Poole going to the line with 5:33 left in the third. He'll shoot two. Tay Ross with the foul. Jamichael Poole getting settled now on the line. Poole's first shot is up, looks good, and finds the bottom of the net. It's now 25-18 in favor of the home team, the Purple Pounders. Jamichael Poole getting settled now. Second shot is up and good. Nails both of them, does Poole. And now Brainerd inbounding. It's 26-18 in favor of Central. Davi Moore with the ball at the free throw line. Driving. Shot is up and good.
You can only keep him cold for so long, Taylor.
Now it's Central on the other end trying to answer as Hayes running the full length of the court pulls up. Now it's going to be Hayes looking for Tiller. Tiller on the right wing back to Hayes at the top of the key. And now Teron Hayes with a dribble moving to his right, picked up by Kentrell Evans. And now to Poole. Poole picked up by Beavers. And Poole will pick up his dribble and give it back to Hayes as Hayes now back to Poole, back to Beavers. A little 1-2 action to the left and now at the top of the key. Back to Jamichael Poole. Poole driving, kick out to Ryan Montgomery in the left corner. Montgomery now to Teron Hayes, and Hayes finds Trey Tiller. Tiller pull-up jumper, shot is up, no good, short. Rebound Ryan Montgomery, and it looks like Montgomery's going to draw the foul going up. And Ryan Montgomery, foul on Davi Moore. That's his third. Ryan Montgomery going to the line now with 4:42 left in the third period. 26-20 is the score. And Ryan Montgomery's first free throw now makes it 27-20 in favor of the Purple Pounders. And now Miles Cawthorn, number 24, checking in for Davi Moore. Going to give Moore a break with this third foul. They'll need him in the late stretch here as Ryan Montgomery now getting the ball, getting settled for his second shot. It's underway, looks good, rattles out. Rebound fought over off the hands of Tip as it's now goes to Trey Tiller. Tiller to Poole, and Poole can't keep the handle as it does go out of bounds off to Michael Poole, and it will be Brainerd's ball. Panthers now trailing by 7 as they're running the court quick. It's Tipton now with the ball on the left wing. Tipton working against Benford, finds Cawthorn. Cawthorn now to Evans. Evans finds Beavers. Beavers pull-up jumper. Shot is up. No good. Floater from 10 foot can't fall. And Rodney Benford for Central with the rebound now. Coming across midcourt on the right wing, looking for someone to his left as he dribbles now. Picks up his dribble, finds Trey Tiller now coming to the top of the key. Tiller is going to reset for the Purple Pounders. Moving now to his left to Hayes. Teron Hayes, picked up by Malik Beavers. Hayes thought about moving to his left, now back to the right to Tiller. Tiller back to Hayes, and Hayes to Rodney Benford. Benford finds Ryan Montgomery in the left corner, and it's stolen by Miles Cawthorn. Cawthorn with the strip as Ryan Montgomery thought he could blow past him to the left baseline, and down on the other end it's Kentrell Evans getting to the paint. Shot is up, no good, but he does draw the foul. Kentrell Evans with 3:48 going to the line, shooting 2 for Brainerd. That team trailing by 7.
Taylor, it just seems like Central is starting to let that pressure of being able to seize control of this game get to them. They have not been able to attack the basket. They have not hit down shots here in the second half. And Brainerd is on the offensive right now. Central's got to start to attack. You're not going to win it by just playing a half-court ball game. Take it to the Panthers.
Evans now getting settled, mailed his first. His second does not fall. It's 27-21 as Central now coming across midcourt. Now it's going to be Rodney Benford with the ball at the left wing. Benford now to Ron Hayes, and Hayes moving to his right. Finds Poole right in front of the Central bench. Now Poole back to Hayes. Hayes at the top of the key. Thought about penetrating, nothing there. Now to his left to Benford. Benford to Ryan Montgomery. Montgomery back out to Benford. Central moving the ball well around the perimeter. Has kind of been settled to swing it around the edge. Find someone streaking across the paint as now it's Hayes to Poole. Poole on the right almost picked up his pivot foot, but does find, looks for Ryan Montgomery. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. Marquise Tipton knocked it out, got a hand on it. It's now 3 minutes and 5 seconds left in the third as Emmanuel Lane checking in for Central. He's going to give Teron Hayes a break. And Central will be inbounding, now up by only 6 as Jamichael Poole inbounds to Lane. Lane now double-teamed, almost a steal by Brainerd as it gets to Tiller. Tiller now driving, finds Ryan Montgomery, and Montgomery going to the basket, picks up a foul. Looks like Tay Ross is going to be called for the block, and he's not happy with that, ladies and gentlemen. Tay Ross wears his emotions on his sleeve. He goes up and picks up a foul against Ryan Montgomery, and Montgomery now going to the line.
In my opinion, Tay Ross is the best on-ball defender in the area. He's just an emotional player. He's playing with. He's living his heart out there on the floor. Taylor's only got 2. He just wants to win.
The foul will go to Miles Cawthron. Montgomery cannot convert on the first. Montgomery's second shot is up and won't convert either. But it is a rebound. Trey Tiller up and no good. Tiller still fighting for the ball. It will eventually go to Malik Beavers, and Beavers with the rebound. And there's a foul in the play. It looks like it's going to be against Trey Tiller as both teams kind of getting a little bit chippy here in the late going of the third quarter. A foul going to be called by, it looks like it is going to be on Trey Tiller as Brainerd now inbounding.
Again, Taylor, you got to attack the middle of the court and the high post out of that 2-3 or that trap in 2-3 and do a high-low action. You got the height, just you got to perform.
And now on the other end, it's Brainerd moving the ball around the perimeter. Marquise Tipton pull-up jumper shot is up and no good off the rim. Rebound though goes to Tay Ross. A hustle play as Ross looking for Tipton coming down into the low post, and it's going to go off Tipton out of bounds. And it will be Brainerd inbounding now, moving the ball around the perimeter. Find Marquise Tipton. Tipton driving up and draws the foul. Does tip. He'll go to the line now. 2:24 left in the third. His team trailing by 6, 27-21. Now Tipton getting settled. 2:24 left in the third. Tip's first shot is up. Looks good. And finds the bottom of the net. Now checking in for Central, Teron Hayes is going to give Jamichael Poole a break. It's now 27-22 as Tip getting settled now. Going to the line, shooting his second. Going through the routine as Marquise Tipton shot is up and good. Both shots hit nothing but nylon as now Central inbounding. Quick up-court pass to Teron Hayes. Hayes finds Montgomery now, and Montgomery back to Lane. Lane back to Montgomery, and now to Lane. Coming to the left to the top of the key. Now Lane driving, penetrating. Ball is bobbled around, eventually finds Trey Tiller. And Trey Tiller, kind of opportunistic ball, goes up and in and draws the foul. Trey Tiller now will go to the line for an and one opportunity with just over 2 minutes left in the third period of play. Now checking in for Brainerd, it's going to be number 30, Jamal Herman. Jamal Big Daddy Herman, as the officials here at Chattanooga State just announced. Miles Cawthorn's going to take a break for Brainerd. The foul attempt is up and no good. Can't convert for Trey Tiller. It's 29-23 now with 2 minutes left in the third. And Brainerd moving the ball well. Tate Ross with the shot is up and blocked. Ryan Montgomery with the block. And now on the other end, it's Central. Rodney Benford driving, and Brainerd with a block of their own. It's going to be Jamal Herman checking into the game and getting a block here with 1:47. It's going to be Central inbounding, and we'll have a substitution. Brian Billingsley now checking in for Rodney Benford. Central will be inbounding here. 1:47 left in the third as the Purple Pounders inbound to Trey Tiller. Tiller on the right wing driving. Kick out to Lane. Lane now moving to his left. Floater from about 15 is up and no good. But Lane draws the foul against Jamal Herman and will go to the line with 1:41 left in the third. The third quarter has been marked by free throws, ladies and gentlemen. Both teams making a good attempt or, good strategy getting to the line, driving and getting some of these big players here in foul trouble in the third period.
Huge free throw there, Taylor.
Emmanuel Lane knocking down his first. As John Neal, my colleague here, said, a huge free throw for the Purple Pounders. They lead now by 7. Emmanuel Lane now getting settled for his second. Shot is up and rattles out, no good. It's 30-23 as the rebound goes to Marquise Tipton, and Tipton now to Kentrell Evans. Evans can't keep the handle, being defended by Teron Hayes. Eventually does get the ball back and goes to Tipton. Now Tipton kick to the corner. Jamal Herman shot is up, no good. Rebound Billingsley of Central, and now Teron Hayes coming across midcourt. Finds Emmanuel Lane to his left. Now back to Hayes at the top of the key. Hayes picks up his dribble back to Trey Tiller. Tiller now driving. Kick out to Lane. Lane shot is up off the back rim. No good. Rebound Brian Billingsley. Billingsley goes up for a second attempt. And it looks like there's a foul, possibly a jump ball called on that possession here. It looks like it's going to be a foul against Tate Ross. No, excuse me. It's going to be a foul on Brian Billingsley, his fourth. Brian Billingsley with what appears to be a push. Coach Rick Rogers not pleased by that call. Billingsley's fourth foul here with still a fourth quarter and then some to be played. 1:10 here into the third. And now on the other end, Kentrell Evans, pull-up jumper shot is up, no good. Rebound Tipton. Tipton now coming out behind the arc, going to reset the offense. Tipton moving to his right to Vesta Melvin Jr. Jr. to Herman. Herman finds Tipton. Tipton up and in, but there's a foul. It looks like a foul on Tate Ross. And Tate Ross can't believe it, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to say a push on Dewante Ross away from the ball. 51 seconds left here in the third as Tate Ross picks up his second foul. Kind of an odd call as he was away for the ball, I guess, jockeying for position on the rebound. And now we're going to have Brian Billingsley sit down for Central.
Big 49 seconds left here in the third quarter. This is a key possession for Central. They got to get some points.
As soon as Central crosses midcourt, a trap attempt by Brainerd. Ball into the hands of Emmanuel Lane, and Lane now to Hayes. Lane now just on this side of half court finds Rodney Benford to his right. Now back to Lane. Now back to the left to Teron Hayes. Hayes cross-court pass to Benford. 27 seconds left as Teron Hayes uncorks. One shot is up, no good. Rebound Marquise Tipton, and Tipton finds Kentrell Evans. Evans running the full length of the court to Tate Ross. Ross up and blocked by Ryan Montgomery, and they're going to say Ryan Montgomery drew a little bit of the body on that one. It'll be a foul against Montgomery with 16 seconds left here in the third. Tate Ross going to the line, shooting 2 for Brainerd. Looked clean from here, but I guess Ryan Montgomery got him a little bit with the body as Dewante Ross now going to the line, shooting 2 for Brainerd. His team trailing by 7.
Pulling it in within 5 here for Brainerd. It's huge after being down 10 at half. That's chipping away at the lead.
Tate Ross' first shot is up and good. It's now 30-24. Brainerd once again wearing their all-red uniforms, blue accents, black shoes, except for Tate Ross wearing the red. I think those are the Kobe's, if I'm not mistaken. Can't nail his second shot, however, as it's 30-24 with just over 10 seconds left as Teron Hayes comes across midcourt, finds Rodney Benford, and Benford back to Hayes. Now it's 4 seconds, 3 as Hayes is trapped to Benford, and Benford, it looks like he draws the foul. And there's a foul on the floor, 1-and-1 Rodney Benford will go to the line shooting a 1-and-1, a foul on Marquise Tipton.
That foul is on number 5, Marquise Tipton.
And 1.1 seconds left here in the third. And
1-and-1.
Rodney Benford will go to the line shooting shooting a 1-and-1. And the Purple Pounders here leading 6 points, separating these two teams. A score of 30-24 as Benford, first shot is up and nails it. A clutch free throw here at the end of the third period as Rodney Benford now getting settled for his second shot.
His first points of the night. Benford's going to have to be big in the fourth quarter for the Pounders.
Benford now getting settled. Second shot is up. Rattles home. 32-24 is the score as Brainerd inbounding. Tries to get a shot, is up, and no good. Kentrell Evans off the back iron. From where he shot it from, that was a very close shot, but nonetheless can't get it to fall. We'll enter the fourth period of play here after a quick commercial break with Central leading 32-24 here on the River City Sports Network.
What's going on, guys? It's Taylor with River City Sports, and I just want to take a second to tell you all about a huge supporter that we've had this past year in Jefferson's Restaurant in downtown Chattanooga, guys. Conveniently located across from the courthouse on Georgia Avenue. Just look for the red and white awnings, guys. Jefferson's really is that place to go when that empty feeling starts to creep up in your stomach. They've got great selections from their appetizers to their fresh, never frozen hamburgers, their double-dipped wings and too many sauces to name, and a whole bunch of other great stuff, guys. But they're definitely that place to go check out maybe after practice, maybe when you're with the family one night and don't really have a place to go, or you're just kind of downtown looking for something to eat. But Jefferson's Restaurant, huge supporters of River City Sports, huge supporters of high school sports in the Chattanooga area. Definitely a place to check out and grab some food. Tell them Taylor sent you.
And now we enter the final period of play. Score in favor of the Purple Pounders, 32-24. Brainerd will inbound here right in front of our press table at Chattanooga State as Vesta Melvin Jr. inbounding to Kentrell Evans, and Evans back to Melvin Jr. picks up a screen, Tate Ross, but Melvin Jr. can't keep the handles. Good defense by Trey Tiller, and it will be Brainerd's ball inbounding now. 6 seconds ticked away on Brainerd's last possession. Still in the infancy here of the fourth period as Davi Moore getting a dish from Kentrell Evans up and in. Davi Moore making that one look easy. It's now 32-26. And Teron Hayes finds Emmanuel Lane. Lane now picks up his dribble on the left wing, back to Hayes. And Hayes now to Rodney Benford on the right wing. Back to Teron Hayes as he moves to his right to the top of the key, finds Benford. And now Rodney Benford moving to his right. Picked up well. Kentrell Evans playing great defense, finds Emmanuel Lane. And Lane now moving to his left into the perimeter. Shot is up and good. Emmanuel Lane with a little bit of a Euro step reverse layup. Emmanuel Lane finds pay dirt. 2 points for Lane. It's now 34-26. Brainerd on the other end looking for something, desperately trying to find an answer as Davi Moore can't keep the handle on the dish from Marquise Tipton. And on the other end, Central, Emmanuel Lane cleaning up as Teron Hayes gets the assist under the basket. Emmanuel Lane with a quick two. And now it's 36-26 as Coach LeVar Brown takes a timeout for Brainerd. 6:43 as Central's fans come alive here at Chattanooga State. The Purple Pounders with their largest lead, if I'm not mistaken, of the night, 36-26 here with just over 6.5 minutes left in the fourth.
Taylor, again, like I said, what do we say every game we've seen Central? Emmanuel Lane, X Factor.
Yeah.
He's hit 2 here. He's got 4 points within the first 2 minutes. That's big for Central. Again, they're not a basketball team that plays half court. They're a four-court team. They want to press up, get in the lane, dish to their big guys like Trey Tiller and Ryan Montgomery and knock down some shots. You got to be on the offensive. Do you want to win the region title or do you want to travel tomorrow? That's what needs to be going through the huddle of both teams. You got to attack. They're not half-court basketball teams.
6:43 now left in the fourth. 10 points separating these two teams. And this one, ladies and gentlemen, for bragging rights, both teams enter tonight's game, splitting the series so far 2-2. This one will be for the deciding battle, if you will, in the Chattanooga area. The winner will stay at home, play tomorrow. The loser will travel as Davi Moore getting a tip, can't keep the handles, and now it's Hayes on the other end for Central, and a big block, Devontae Ross. Big block, Tay Ross on the other end playing good defense, and it will be Brainerd, with the ball, and Davie Moore at the top of the key. Moore can't keep the handle, and Davie Moore clearly upset on the other end. It's Trey Tiller finding Ryan Montgomery, and Montgomery will put the easy basket in. 38-26 now with just over 6 minutes left in the fourth, as Kentrell Evans driving, shot is up and rattles out, no good. Rebound Ryan Montgomery. And Brainerd, that last stretch almost seemed like they kind of forced it, but nonetheless they are trailing. I can kind of understand now with 5 minutes and some change, 5:50 to be exact, left in the fourth. Brainerd really trying to claw back into this one, down by a score of 38-26, and Trey Tiller working now for Central against Kentrell Evans. Tiller finding Ryan Montgomery. Good defense, Davie Moore. Good defense, jostled Ryan Montgomery's shot, but Davie Moore on the other end threw it right to Teron Hayes, and now Trey Tiller finding Ryan Montgomery, and Montgomery wanted to give the exclamation point, if you will. Went up one-handed trying to slam it home, couldn't get it to fall. The ball will go out of bounds, and Emmanuel Lane almost saving it, jumping into the bleachers, taking out the first 4 rows right here to the left of me, ladies and gentlemen. I was a little bit nervous, but nonetheless it will be timeout Central. The Purple Pounders leading 38-26, and this gym is as loud as it's been all night, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, Taylor, I'm going to tell you something. That was the deciding factor. Brainerd comes back and wins that game. You don't try to showboat in the Region AA Championship. You put it up, you lay it down, slam it with both hands, you take a 14-point lead. Brainerd's going to win this game. Calling it right now. I know they have a 12-point lead. Brainerd wins this game.
5:26 left in the fourth. We'll see here, John Neal, if Brainerd can bounce back. 14 points separating these two teams, and if body language says anything to it, Brainerd looks disgusted, clearly upset with how they've played so far tonight. Tay Ross shaking his head as he goes to inbound the ball, and Devontae Ross now inbounding Kentrell Evans.
No doubt in my mind, Brainerd wins.
Evans now moving to his left. Vesta Melvin Jr. shot is up, blocked by Rodney Benford. Rebound Trey Tiller. Tiller running the full length of the court now as Tiller driving to the paint, looking for Teron Hayes. Nothing there, and now it's Kentrell Evans down the other end of the court, looking for someone. Gets a shot up and no good. Off the mark. Rebound is off. It looks like a rebound went to Brainerd. Vesta Melvin Jr. jumping out of bounds, knocks it off Emmanuel Lane, I believe. It will be Brainerd's ball. 5 minutes and 4 seconds left here in this one from Chattanooga State. The Purple Pounders leading 38-26, and Tipton driving, shot at the rim is up, no good, hangs on the rim and does not fall as the rebound goes to Emmanuel Lane, and Lane now coming across midcourt to Trey Tiller. Tiller now at the left wing finds Teron Hayes, and Hayes moving to the right finds Rodney Benford. Good defense, Vesta Melvin Jr. And we're going to have, looks like a foul called. Foul called on Vesta Melvin Jr., but good defense nonetheless. 4:45 left in the fourth period as we have Malik Beavers checking in for Brainerd. Going to give Jesse Walker, Mr. Top Flight, a break here in the final moments of the fourth period. 38-26 is still the score as we have Rodney Benford going to the line. Looks like he'll shoot 1 and 1 on the Vesta Melvin Jr. foul.
You got to hit free throws, Taylor, like I said, if you want to win this game.
Rodney Benford now getting settled. Shot is up and in.
At the line, shooting 1-1.
Rodney Benford converting on his first. He'll shoot his second. And Benford nailing the second. Cool as the other side of the pillow is Rodney Benford here in the final moments of the fourth period. And now it's going to be Brainerd coming across midcourt, looking to stay in this one, trying to keep it competitive. As now Kentrell Evans to Tipton. Tipton from the left corner. Shot is up. No good. Off the rim. Rebound Brian Billingsley. And Billingsley to Rodney Benford. Benford now to Teron Hayes. Hayes coming across midcourt now. And Hayes. Good defense by Tay Ross as Hayes moving to his right. Eventually does get past Ross, and Hayes picking up his dribble, getting to the paint. Shot is up. No good. Keeps his composure and gets the ball to Brian Billingsley, and Billingsley goes up and in. Gets a quick two. It's now 42-26 And Brainerd now really struggling, trying to find a good shot as the ball is kicked to Tipton. Now to Malik Beavers. Beavers' shot is up. No good. Brainerd struggling to find something that falls from behind the arc as it's rebounded by Brian Billingsley, and now to Rodney Benford. Benford now coming across midcourt, finds Teron Hayes, and Hayes may be trapped. He is trapped. Ball is knocked out, stolen. Kentrell Evans on the other end of the court. Up and no good. Malik Beavers cleaning it up, though, against the putback. It's now 42-28 with 3:37 left in the fourth period. Brainerd trying their best to claw back in it as the ball is inbounded now to Trey Tiller. And Tiller now coming across midcourt. Kick to Teron Hayes, and Hayes looking down low to the low post. Nothing there. It's going to go out of bounds. Looks like it may have gone off Trey Tiller in an attempt to try and save it here, but it will go out of bounds.
Like I said, Brainerd's got to press to get back in this one. It's not over. 3 minutes is a long time for a basketball game in this district, in this region. But right now, Brainerd needs a I can do it play. And you got to go through Marquise Tipton. That's just me. Marquise Tipton high, Davie Moore low, get it up off the glass, get this one back in within 12.
Brainerd now on the other end. Pull-up jumper shot is up. Kentrell Evans, no good. Rebound goes to Central. It will be Rodney Benford with the ball. A kick to Emmanuel Lane, and Lane coming across midcourt up to Trey Tiller, and Tiller on the left wing now. Little hesitation move past Davie Moore, and Trey Tiller up and in. Took Davie Moore to school on that possession, and now it's 44-28 as Brainerd on the other end. Marquise Tipton answers with a quick a jumper from the left corner, but nonetheless it is still a 14-point lead in favor of the Purple Pounders. Emmanuel Lane coming across midcourt, almost trapped as he came to the Tiger logo here at Chattanooga State. Now Emmanuel Lane at the top of the key, moving to his right, blowing past the Brainerd defense. Kick out now Rodney Benford. Benford at the top of the key, moving to his right. Now dancing around is Rodney Benford. Pick up by Vesta Melvin Jr. and Benford just blowing past him. Gets to the paint. Shot is up. No good. But it looks like there's a foul on the play. Looks like it's going to be a foul against Brainerd. And Rodney Benford will go to the line now. 2:23 left in the fourth period of play. And Benford will shoot two. His first shot is up and falls. And Rodney Benford now getting settled for his second. Benford now going to the line. Second shot is up and in. Rodney Benford converts both. 16 points now is the lead for the Purple Pounders. It's 46-30 as Malik Beavers on the other end. Driving shot is up and in. Malik Beavers high off the glass. Kisses it home for the Brainerd Panthers. It's now 46-32 with just over 2 minutes left. And Emmanuel Lane crossing up Kentrell Evans, but Evans gets the better of him. Steal on a pass to Jamichael Poole, and Kentrell Evans gets an easy two. And Coach LeVar Brown's going to take a timeout here with just over 2 minutes. 2:02 officially left here in the fourth period of play. It's 46-34 in favor of the Central Purple Pounders. Brainerd still trying to claw into it, still very much alive in this one. But Central trying to close the door here in the late going from Chattanooga State.
Again, Central has trouble against the press. Right there, a quick turnover. That's what Brainerd need. Central's got to have some more ball handlers come up, attack the middle of the court, get it across half court, and try to get to the line here late and hit some free throws because they just have trouble against the press.
Both teams now coming out of their timeouts. We just received word that the loser of this game will travel to Cannon County. The winner will stay at home. Most likely both teams playing tomorrow. As 2:02 left officially here in the fourth period. This one here has been a slugfest, a scrap of a battle between both teams. Both the Brainerd Panthers and the Central Purple Pounders do not want to go away in this one, trying to keep it alive as the inbound goes to Ryan Montgomery. Montgomery passes it, though, to Davie Moore of Brainerd, and Davie Moore goes up, can't get it to fall, and it looks like there's a foul. No, it's going to be knocked out of bounds, excuse me. Ball knocked out of bounds. It will stay with Brainerd, however.
Again, a press break. They haven't been good on it. You're up by 12. Grab the ball. Get strong. Win. You're point guard. That's what you do, Taylor.
That's great advice. Just tell the guys go out and win.
It's hard, I know.
Both teams now struggling here. A minute 58 as the ball is inbounded by Brainerd. Up ahead to Malik Beavers, and Beavers finds Davi Moore. Moore going up strong and draws a foul. And Davi Moore will go to the line. Now with 1:55 left in the fourth.
How do you get back in the game? You press, you get to the rim, you get fouled, you hit free throws. They're down 12. He can cut it to 10. Exactly what the doctor ordered right now, because Central can't break the press.
Davi Moore getting settled. Shot is up and no good. Davi Moore off the back iron. It's 46-34 here from Chattanooga State. Davi Moore's second shot is up, rattles home. 46-35 as Brainerd now in a full court press as Central inbounds. Tipped and stolen. Malik Beavers with a steal into the hands of Davi Moore, and Moore back to Beavers, and it looks like Beavers will draw a foul going up. And we will have a foul here. Looks like Malik Beavers going to the line, shooting two. Teron Hayes with the foul.
Central hasn't had it on their side of the court in a minute and a half.
That is a huge stat, ladies and gentlemen. John Neal doing his very best to bring you just the best information. John, congratulations. That was a really good stat.
Cut it to 10.
Shot is up and in.
9.
Malik Beavers with both free throws, and Brainerd now in a full court press. Another steal. Davi Moore going after it, getting airborne, and takes a hard fall. Ball will go out of bounds. A minute 46, and my heart's racing, ladies and gentlemen. It's 46-37.
Can't break the press.
Central inbounding, and we will have a substitution. Emmanuel Lane checking in for Rodney Benford. Both coaches, LeVar Brown for Brainerd, Rick Rogers for Central, echoing in, trying to get some last-minute instruction to their players as Central now inbounding. Ryan Montgomery being defended by Davi Moore at the line, and Montgomery inbounding, looking for Teron Hayes. Finds him, and Trey Tiller on the other end, up and in. A great press break by Central. Rick Rogers called it up, and they executed to perfection. A great attempt. Trey Tiller getting the easy dish by Teron Hayes, and that's going to make some of the Brainerd faithful here leave the gym, ladies and gentlemen. A minute and 33 left in the fourth, and Central with just dunk after dunk putting their stamp on the night. Lead now by a score of 48-37.
It's not over yet, Taylor.
Brian Billingsley on the other end, however, does foul out for Central. Marquise Tipton going to the line. A minute 33 left here in the fourth period as Rodney Benford checking in now for Billingsley. Billingsley is done, ladies and gentlemen. Marquise Tipton now getting settled. And if Brainerd wants to get back in this one, Tipton's going to have to turn it on. It has to be tip time here in the final going as he nails his first free throw. Minute 33 left in the fourth. It's now 48-38 in favor of Central. And the Purple Pounders.
Tipton has 14. This will make it 15. He's able to knock it down.
Shot is up, looks good, and it falls. The Purple Pounders have really taken it to Brainerd, have led all night, and are now starting to hold off the final struggles, the final attempts by Brainerd in the final moments here of the game. As the ball will go out of bounds right here to the right of our scorer's table, it will be Ryan Montgomery of Central inbounding. And Montgomery inbounding to Emmanuel Lane. Full court pressure by Brainerd as the ball goes to Teron Hayes. Back to Emmanuel Lane, and good defense. Devontae Ross as Emmanuel Lane. Tate Ross forces Emmanuel Lane into a walk.
Best on-ball defender in the area, Taylor. It's hard to get the ball around him.
A minute 21 left in the fourth. Brainerd still very much in this as we have a substitution. And Tate Ross going to check out. We're going to substitute the defense for a shooter as Vesta Melvin Jr. coming in now, inbounding to Kentrell Evans. And Evans now back to Melvin Jr. Jr. moving to his left, picks up his dribble. Marquise Tipton now in the right corner driving. Shot is up, no good. Rebound, though, goes to Malik Beavers. Beavers, his shot is up and short. Rebound stays with Brainerd, and it's Marquise Tipton. Shot is up and good, 48-41 as Central now inbounds. Full court pressure. Malik Beavers working against Teron Hayes, and it looks like Beavers picks up a foul. 1:02 left in the fourth period. A back-and-forth game here in the fourth period of play. Live on the River City Sports Network from Chattanooga State in a packed house here, ladies and gentlemen.
You have to hit your free throws.
Teron Hayes now getting settled. 1:02 left in the fourth. First shot is up and no good. Hayes can't convert on the front end. Lead is 7 points in favor of the Purple Pounders. Coach Rick Rogers telling Teron Hayes to relax. Second shot is up and no good. Won't convert on either. Rebound Davi Moore. Now just under a minute as Brainerd starting to push it. Marquise Tipton with the ball now, moving to his left, looking for a shooter. Finds Malik Beavers. Left wing, Beavers' shot is up and short. Off Davi Moore, and a fight for the rebound. Eventually falls with Beavers, and we're going to have an over the back, it looks like. Over the back against Central, I believe. It will stay with Brainerd. 46 seconds left in the fourth, 48-41, and it's going to be a foul. Malik Beavers going to the line. Both teams now in the bonus. And Malik Beavers with 46 seconds will go to the line and shoot. Malik Beavers now getting settled. 46 seconds left. His team trailing by 7. Beavers' first shot is up and in.
Big free throw right there. Malik Beavers is now 3 for 3 from the line. This fourth one's the biggest one yet.
Tay Ross checking in, subbing back that defense for the shooter as Vesta Melvin Jr. takes a break. Beavers now getting settled. Can cut it within 5 if he nails this free throw. It's up and looks good. Does not fall, though, as it rattles out. Rebound off the hands of Davi Moore to Trey Tiller of Central. And it will go to Ryan Montgomery. Montgomery to Emmanuel Lane. And Lane now moving, driving. Emmanuel Lane up and in. Emmanuel Lane, a little bit of confusion by Brainerd as Lane blows past the defense. Up and in. It's 50-42 with just under 30 seconds left. Brainerd struggling as Tipton driving. Kick out to the left corner for Malik Beavers. Beavers does find Tipton in the paint. Shot is up and good. 18 seconds, 17 seconds as it's 6 points now as Central's going to take a timeout. Emmanuel Lane couldn't get the ball in. Good defense by Brainerd and will take the timeout with 14 seconds left. The Purple Pounders leading by 6. 50-44, an action-packed back and forth matchup here. You've been listening to it live on the River City Sports Network. We can't thank you enough, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. A great game here as Central is just mere moments away from a Region 3A or Region 3 2A title, and the opportunity to play at home tomorrow. Both teams now getting their final say from their coaches.
Right after the game, and please, everybody, please have a seat. They will be giving out.
Bunch of people leaving the arena now here. We have a ton of people leaving here. 14 seconds left. And now we're going to have Central inbounding here underneath Brainerd's basket. 14 seconds left as Central inbounding. Ryan Montgomery, full court pass to Trey Tiller. Tiller catches it up and in. Trey Tiller. And there's a foul on the play. Kentrell Evans with a push, and it's going to be an and one for Trey Tiller. And Ryan Montgomery with the full court pass, doing his best quarterback impression as Trey Tiller going to the line, effectively making the rest of the Brainerd faithful leave the gym. Trey Tiller taking the air out of the gym for the Panthers as he goes to the line now, getting settled, and one shot is up and in. Trey Tiller. 13 seconds left, and this one's as good as over for the Brainerd Panthers. 53-44 is the score here in favor of the Purple Pounders of Central. Central led the entire game, held on in the final quarter to get the win, and down on the other end, Marquise Tipton trying to pad his stats. Shot from beyond the arc is up and no good. Rebound Davi Moore, and his shot won't fall. And it does eventually find Trey Tiller, and Central will win 53-44. Rick Rogers with the fist pump, and Central is living it. Trey Tiller with a backflip at midcourt, and the Purple Pounders with the commanding lead, the victory here from Chattanooga State. Fought the entire matchup, got the convincing lead, the convincing win, and were able to hold on to it for a 53-44 win from Chattanooga State. Ladies and gentlemen, I am exhausted. A great game, back and forth game. These two teams know each other very well, have fought tooth and nail all night against each other, and it will eventually be the Central Purple Pounders that come away with it here. I'm exhausted, need to catch my breath. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll come back with our post-game recap, our stats. maybe some interviews, maybe some surprises coming your way here from Chattanooga State as the Central Purple Pounders able to get the victory here over the Brainerd Panthers in a very, very action-packed back-and-forth slugfest here on the River City Sports Network.
What's going on, guys? It's Taylor with River City Sports, and I just want to take a second to tell you all about a huge supporter that we've had this past year in Jefferson's Restaurant in downtown Chattanooga, guys. Conveniently located across from the courthouse on Georgia Avenue. Just look for the red and white awnings, guys. Jefferson's really is that place to go when that empty feeling starts to creep up in your stomach. They've got great selections from their appetizers to their fresh, never frozen hamburgers, their double-dipped wings and too many sauces to name, and a whole bunch of other great stuff, guys. But they're definitely that place to go check out maybe after practice, maybe when you're with the family one night and don't really have a place to go, or you're just kind of downtown looking for something to eat. But Jefferson's Restaurant, huge supporters of River City Sports, huge supporters of high school sports in the Chattanooga area. Definitely a place to check out and grab some food. Tell them Taylor sent you. Are you a high school athlete looking to take your highlight tape to the next level? Are you wanting to continue your career in college? Guys, Huddle is great, but take your tape to the next level and get some real professional work done with the guys at Famed Media. They handle all of our River City Sports photography, all of the video, the great visuals that you see for us every week. Go check out the guys, Josh and Trey at Famed Media, guys. They're on Twitter at famed_Inc. They got a new website in the works, guys. They can truly take your highlight tape to the next level and help you get noticed by a big-time program. They've helped guys like Todd Kelly Jr., Vic Wharton. We've got some local guys coming out of the works here in the near future. I don't want to give away too much, but guys, go check out the people at Famed Media. Great guys. They do great work, and they can truly take you to the next level. Become famed and become family.
Carter on the beat.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're final here from Chattanooga State in a matchup that's left me speechless, left me exhausted, dehydrated. I mean, how do you want to describe it, ladies and gentlemen? An action-packed matchup here, eventually going Chattanooga Central's way. They are the winner here, 53-44, getting bragging rights over regional foe, divisional foe, the Brainerd Panthers, eventually coming away with the 3-2 series victory and a complete team effort. Great matchup here, great battle from the opening tip to the final moments, but it is the Central Purple Pounders able to secure the victory. We've got a couple of gentlemen that just competed in this matchup here that were named to the Region 3 2A All-Area team. For Brainerd, Marquise Tipton and Kentrell Evans were named. For Central, Ryan Montgomery and Trey Tiller, and the MVP for the tournament for the Central Purple Pounders, Teron Hayes. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got a little bit of an award to give out ourselves here. You know, we've kind of been keying at it that we've got some stuff in the works here. We've actually had a few of these awards decided since last week, ladies and gentlemen. And one of these awards here, we're going to give it to our big man, our River City Sports Basketball Player of the Year. Just recently crowned, ladies and gentlemen, is the Central Purple Pounder big man, Mr. Ryan Montgomery, our River City Sports Player of the Year for this basketball season. Congratulations to the Purple Pounders for their victory. They play tomorrow at home. Well, technically at home. It will be at Chattanooga State against Livingston Academy. Brainerd travels tomorrow to Cannon County in a couple of games that are definitely on the radar for the basketball area. Definitely matchups you'll want to keep an eye on. But for John Neal, I'm Taylor Ellis, closing out our activities here for the night from Chattanooga State. A victory in favor of the Purple Pounders, 53-44. And ladies and gentlemen, like I said, our River City Sports Player of the Year for basketball goes to Ryan Montgomery. Couldn't be happier for him. A great individual, great team effort. And Central coming away with the victory here, a resounding victory, 53-44, live on the River City Sports Network. For John Neal, I'm Taylor Ellis. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be around next time. So until then, I'm Taylor Ellis signing off for the River City Sports Network.